back with another cosplay video, and I am going to talk about Spidergwen today. So I'm just going to start with my suit. It is from Zentai Zone. This was a couple years ago, so I'm not sure if they still sell this exact suit. They might have different versions of it now. So this is my suit. I want to say I have 70, maybe close to $80 in this suit. I can't really remember. To be honest, when I got this suit, there weren't a lot of Spider-Gwen suits to be found. She was really new, and I was kind of surprised that anyone even knew who I was when I dressed up as her, because I was like, she's so new. So the reason why I kind of went with this suit was there weren't many to pick from, and a lot of them were very purple looking, and she does wear kind of a purplish suit in some of the comics. So, you know, I'm not a big purple fan. I never have been. So when I wanted to opt more towards the pink side of her costume. And this one has pink here, pink on the underside of the arm. And I liked this like honeycomb design on the white section, just because it wasn't just a plain white suit. It has kind of some shading. It has a little bit of shading like down here on the, like, this would be your hips. And the suit really, it fits great. I did have to enter like my weight, my height and things so that it kind of was the right measurements. I did pay extra for these wrist zippers, which are the greatest thing ever. They are kind of a pain if you're constantly taking your hands in and out, because it's, I do notice that you have to like put your arm up to stretch the material enough to get the arm to zip if you don't have someone to help you. But if you would just have enclosed hands, for one, this costume's white, so they do look a little dirty. You know, and I'm kind of a big makeup wearer, so I touch my face all the time. I don't know why, but I have had to clean the hands and things before because they look a little like makeup's gotten on them. But also, if you want to do anything like eat or use your phone, my phone doesn't work with these fingers, so I have to take my fingers out of my gloves all the time. Then the other thing is I paid extra on the back for the U zipper, and that basically means that it's a hidden zipper that doesn't go straight down the back seam. It's a little bit more hidden. This one actually starts right below like where your armpit is. Right here, and it unzips all the way down right here where this zipper's all crazy looking, and it goes up the other side, and it actually makes it really easy for me to put this suit on by myself, because otherwise it would be right up the center, and that would be like almost arm breaking for me to try to reach there. I have other costumes like that, and they're kind of horrible to try to zip myself into. And then, you know, these are just plain black legs, and I didn't have like the soles or anything made into my shoe or into my suit. I wasn't sure which shoes I wanted to wear. So, but I mean, it's a fine suit. I've had it a few years and I've worn it quite a few times. So it has seen, you know, better days, but I always have really liked it. And I don't really have anything negative to say about it. I will say that the black is kind of one of those suits where it's printed on white, so if you do overly stretch, I don't notice mine doing that much, except for kind of down by like my ankles. If I stretch a certain way, you kind of can see the material stretch there, and it kind of looks a little grayish, whitish. But that's kind of just, I'm kind of just expecting that. I'm not too picky. So that costume actually came with a mask, which had no holes cut in it. I actually opted to cut the holes, and then I did buy later. I've never actually worn this anywhere. I paid for these lenses off of Amazon, and the reason why I don't wear this mask is because I don't like these lenses. These are off of Amazon. And I did try to put like the magnets on this face shield that I made really quickly to magnetize them so I didn't actually have to glue them to my mask so I could pop them off. And the glue I used does not seem to want to stay on my lenses. So, you know, that's something that needs worked on. But I don't like I just think they're so difficult to see out of. I don't know. That's kind of my only gripe. Like, if you're not going to be walking anywhere, or you're going to be walking with someone like you're blind, then that's fine. They can just help you around like you can see. But if you're walking around with this by yourself, I don't even know how that's going to happen. So this is my really cheap headband that I already had that I always wear with my costume. This is my wig that has seen better days. It's been in storage for like over a year. I don't even think I've put this on for any reason. It came and it's a fluffy style wig. You can kind of tell from the texture up underneath. That was all over this entire wig. And I really liked it when it came, but it was so poofy. It needed like toned down. So I did straighten it. I want to say it was like $15 maybe. It wasn't overly expensive or anything. It kind of just, you know, it did its job. This was before like Into the Spider-Verse or anything, where she kind of has different hairstyle. I just opted for this little bob wig. It does have the adjustments in here where you can make it tighter. It doesn't have like clips. I have a wig out that's like a $50 wig that also needs brushed. But it's like, you can tell it's more expensive. It's got these clips and things that hold it in place. That one I've never really noticed it slipping. It does have like blunt bangs, so I always opted to style them sideways. Anymore, when I do like Spider-Gwen cosplay photos and things, I just use my own hair because my hair is blonde. I'm actually letting it go a lot darker. This is more like my actual hair color. My hair's gotten a lot darker as I've gotten older. And this is more like some sun-in color and summer. So we'll see, because my hair is probably gonna look really dark. The last Spider-Gwen pictures I took, my hair was looking a little bleached, like white, like it was looking kind of ridiculous. So then Spider-Gwen usually has blue headphones. But I happen to have these bright pink ones that matched kind of all of my stuff I had going on, so I just opted to do these bright pink ones. I don't even know what brand they are, to be honest. I mean, I used to use them a lot. To be honest, if I'm going to use them just for cosplay, they're probably just getting the cords cut, because I don't even think I've used them. I don't even know if they actually work. They might not work. But I did paint with acrylic paint, this spider webbing design, this little spider, and then I just outlined it. It kind of looks like a dark blue Sharpie, or it might be like purple, I'm not really sure, but I just kind of outlined it to make it pop. But I usually just wear these like around my neck, and then I just like tuck the cord in. But just Spider-Gwen doesn't have that many accessories or anything I can overly style, and I'm all about the details. So I opt to costumes that have props and things I can make my own. And she really doesn't have that, which is fine. So when I originally was wearing Spider-Gwen, she wears blue little like scoop shoes. I don't even know they look like flats kind of. And I opted to buy these. They were white with these hot pink polka dots inside. They were just from Walmart, a cheap, you know, shoe. I've obviously worn them outside. And I painted them all blue. I painted these back sections pink. And then I custom painted these front little pictures of Spider-Gwen. And I've gotten a lot of compliments about my shoes. I kind of always felt like it set me a little bit different from other people, which was kind of what I was looking for. I didn't want to blend in the world of all these Spider-Gwens. That's kind of why I started not wearing her, was because there were so many people that were dressed as her, that I was just like, I don't want to be her anymore. But I still love her, and I really, it was funny because I always grew up if you would have asked me who my favorite like superhero person, comic book person was, I would have always said Spider-Man. I've always been, you know, I grew up watching Tobey Maguire as Spider-Man and things, and that was kind of the first like really superhero kind of movies that were kind of mainstream. And I was always really big into Spider-Man. So when there was like a girl version of Spider-Man that kind of aligned with him, I was like all about that. And then Into the Spider-Verse, when I found out that she was going to have ballet shoes, I've always been really big into ballet, ballerinas and things ever since I was a little girl. And my whole family thinks it's like fun to mock me about it. But I wanted to do her point shoes. So my husband bought me for Christmas, right ahead of the movie coming out, point shoes. And they were satin pink, baby pink satin ballet point shoes. And I did paint them with, this is just acrylic paint, and it's really held up great. I mean, this is kind of worn off here, and it's a little worn off here, but I painted the ribbons. They are a little stiff, but the paint's not coming off or anything. It's really on there good. These are just off Amazon. They did come with, you know, they've got the block of wood in the toes. These are like legit point shoes. And then these are like the little rubber insoles that you can put, so pads your toes. But yeah, I have worn these a few times. I don't usually wear my Spider-Gwen custom shoes anymore. I usually wear these. They kind of, you know, I don't notice that these shoes are uncomfortable. The uncomfortable part is because I'm wearing these, I'm constantly like wanting to walk around on point and do poses, and at the end of the day, I'm like, my feet hurt and I'm tired. So that's my Spider-Gwen stuff. I don't have anything else. So if you have any questions about where I got things or which thing I own, you can message me and I will shoot you in the right direction or answer any questions that you have. But yeah, that's kind of today, and I'm bored, so there you go. Thanks for sticking around.